Hey, hey, oh, hey, hey. Mr. Preacher, would you preach to me? It's like I'm losing everything. Mr. Preacher, talk to me. Tell me something that I need to know. I'm losing everything, my crown and dignity. I'm losing everything, I need to be set free. Mr. Preacher, preach to me. I need it now. I need it now. Hey, see who the crown fits. Let me wear it. Who the crown fits. Let him wear it. Who the crown fits. Let him wear it. Who the crown fits. Let him wear it. Mr. Preacher, talk to me. I'm losing everything I have that makes me me. I don't know what's going on. I need you to tell me something I can use. See, this crown is supposed to be mine, but I can't seem to carry this burden. I'm not fine, 'cause I need you. Oh, I need you. Oh, please talk to me. Talk to me. He said, who the crown fits, let him wear it. Who the crown fits, let him wear it. Who the crown fits, let him wear it. Oh, let him wear it. Oh, 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 oh. Say, oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Say, who the crown? Hey, who the crown fits? Let him wear it. Who the crown fits? Let him wear it. Who the crown fits? Let him wear it. Mr. Preacher, is that what you say to me? Oh, so who the crown fits? Let him put it on. Who the crown fits? Let him put it on. Who the crown fits? Let him wear it. Let him put it on his head. Put it on his head. Put it on his head.
Oh, thank you. Who the crown fits, Selma? Who the crown fits?
When it comes to music,
yes.
MC got a crown
on. Well done. Thank you so much. And today it's all about crowns, titles. For centuries, the African title space is a symbol of honor, sacrifice, and deep-rooted heritage, and it can be earned through service, through wisdom, and trust. Is that the case right now? I mean, we agree that society has evolved. Do we still go through that route to get our titles? Well, to answer those questions and more, we have our guest, and to start our conversation is NTA Programme, and they'll be taking a look at our thrones and our crowns. NTA Programme.
In Nigeria, traditional chieftaincy titles varies from one ethnic group to another. We have the Emir among the Hausas, the Oba among the Yorubas, and the Obi among the Igbos. One question begging for answer is, when did these chieftaincy titles come into existence?
the colonialists took advantage of an established system when they came, particularly to Yoruba land, and I'm sure to parts of the northern, what is now northern Nigeria, and the southeast. They took advantage of the existing communal rulership arrangement.
God Almighty, in all his holy books, says, love, respect, and pray for your kings and queens, because it is I who appoints kings and queens, God Almighty, and the laws and words of God is timeless.
What then does the chieftaincy title signify?
There's one we call Ashiwaju. We have one of our old man. It's Ashiwaju of our land. This man is a pharmacist. He has done a lot for people, not only in the old highway community, but Yoruba race in general. His son. That's why when he came back home from where he served in the north, they honor him with Ashiwaju. That means somebody that's supposed to be lead.
One would also want to know what qualifies an individual to be conferred with a chieftaincy title.
Those titles belong to those who provide leadership, who provide guidance, who show themselves as examples to their communities, and whose orders and whose instructions the people can follow if they are going to achieve cooperation, if they are going to achieve solidarity, if they are going to achieve progress in their communities.
In Yoruba land, there are different categories of chieftaincy titles, and there's certain requirements an individual must meet before he can be chosen as an Oba.
Titles of honor that were bestowed upon people either because it belongs to their family, that it was part of their own heritage.
Given the fact that the conferment of chieftaincy titles on individuals is a recognition of their service to their community, the people expect that they will do more in terms of development as well as the promotion of social cohesion and peace.
Interesting, isn't it? We're talking about the dynamism, the dynamic nature of title in all its spheres and character. And of course, there's nothing that is more impressive, and some would say more prestigious, than being given a royal title. It shows you've been recognized in your community, acknowledged, and they seek to celebrate you, perhaps so you can do even more. Our discourse is getting more enriched. Let's get to the crux of the matter as we head to River State, where NTA Programme will be talking about the rise of commercialization of titles. Is it really happening? Is this something that we should worry about, Patience, you think?
Well, let's allow NTA Programme tell us exactly what the situation is. NTA Programme.
Indeed.
Historically, chieftaincy titles in Nigeria were revered symbols of honor and service with traditional significance.
If you have a natural ruler, you now have traditional chiefs from the various communities making up the kingdom, and those are not negotiable. The various communities come up for their leadership, and you bless them, and you make them work as a team.
In River State, titles such as Amayenabo, Alabo, Nyenweli, Eze, amongst others, were conferred upon individuals who demonstrated exceptional service, wisdom, and bravery, serving as a mark of distinction, respect, and a model within the community.
The chieftaincy institution in Nigeria, especially in our parts, it's a historical institution. Our forebears were heads of city-states. Largely, for most parts, it is hereditary. You have the king, which comes down from
the king before. And then the king now makes chiefs. You have to qualify by philanthropy, something you've given back to the society, and society will pay you by saying, look, be our chief.
Before the British came, the people who are ruling the communities were the chiefs. They are there because they are qualified and competent to rule their communities, their households, and their compound. So, one or two infractions from the side, I don't think should be allowed to totally disqualify the chieftaincy institutions.
Over time, titles are now seen as a symbol of wealth and influence, with entrepreneurs, politicians, and celebrities seeking them to boost their social status.
We assembled here to honor one of our sons, a illustrious son, who runs his business in Lagos because he's a successful son of Eche. And we are giving him the title at Eche ethnic nationality.
It should be strengthened, and the people who are handling the induction into the chieftaincy institution should not look at money alone. They should not look at political power alone. They should also look at the capacity, the personal integrity of the person who so wishes to enter into the chieftaincy institution.
The commercialization of titles has raised some concerns.
It's an ancient relic. It's the glory of the past being brought to the front. Whoever that will qualify must act in those ways that early times that people qualified for such. There is something definitely that you've done in the community to earn you a place in history. And if that does not happen, well, we'll be poisoning our cultures.
If you have somebody who has been donating that much money towards the development of the community, the kingdom, or the emirate, it is good to appreciate them by giving them chieftaincy title. And of course, that will further encourage them to donate more money.
While it can generate revenue and promote cultural exchange, it also raises concern about the devaluation of cultural heritage and social inequality.
If I like it, I will follow. If I like it, I will follow you. If I like it, I will follow. If I like it, I will follow.
Time hasn't gone so fast. Nobody knows that time goes so fast. Where it goes, nobody knows. Time, yeah, it flows like the river in gold. So rain on now. It's your time to shine. Say rain on now. It's your time to shine. Say, oh, I say, so rain, go ahead and rain. It's your time. So rain, go ahead and rain. Go ahead and rain. And so here we are, hoping for will do. All I need you to is just rain. Go ahead and rain. It's your time. So rain. Go ahead and rain. Take it away. It's your time. So rain. Go ahead and rain. Take it away. 'Cause it's your time to rain. It's your time to rain. Go ahead and rain. Go ahead and rain. Go ahead and rain.
Thank you so much, MC Ash. Thank you so much. Our traditional titles, our chieftaincy title, are a legacy and they remain a symbol of authority. They are sacred and we respect them. And like I said in the beginning, of course, society is evolving. Can paychecks get you a title? To answer all these questions and more, we have our guest in the house, and it is a pleasure to introduce our first guest, who I'll say welcome back to, because he comes anytime. We'll call him on any issue that bothers us at all and the nation. He is Imam. He is Imam Nuru Khalid, and he is the founder, Islamic Research and our Foundation. Let's see his profile.
Imam Khalid, we welcome you to Weekend Deal. It's always great to have your company. No doubt you're going to enrich our discourse even further. We have another guest here with us. I want to talk about first-class custodians, ancient history. They've nurtured our cultural norms and traditions over time. They watched their ancient fathers do it, ancestors, and they're doing it. And it's quite an intricate line to blend ancient history with modern sophistication, not leaving out the traditional part of it. Let's meet, greet, and welcome His Royal Majesty, Eze Chiedoziem Wokoma JP. Okaume IV of Umuokane Ancient Kingdom, or Haji Egbema Local Government Area of Imo State. More importantly, he heads a very strong and serious committee in Imo State there, where he is the chairman, Security, Peace and Conflict Resolutions in Imo State Council of the Traditional Institution and Community Policing. When we start our conversation, you will know the why. Let's see his profile now.
Sir, you're welcome to Weekend Deal.
Thank you.
I don't have a bell here. Your first time, so I would have rang the bell. Your Royal Highness, sir. You're welcome to Weekend Deal.
Thank you.
Okay, sir, we know their titles. You are a first-class chief. But under you are some titles. People you give, could you give to your citizens? What qualifies one to be given a title from your point of view in your own locality?
Okay, that's very fine. Thank you for having me this wonderful morning.
Thank you, sir.
Let me start by making a little correction.
Okay.
I am not a first-class title chief.
Okay.
I am a first-class traditional ruler.
Traditional
in
ruler.
Nigeria, yes.
Okay.
And in my system, it is hereditary. That is why when my father died, I had to come up to take up the institution. The issue about chieftaincy titles, especially in my kingdom is the most peaceful kingdom in Nigeria.
Wow, that's important. That's very important. We know that.
The issue about the chieftaincy titles, they are given not literally to the bourgeoisie, the people that have money, but they are given with enough attention to one's integrity. You must be one that will bring peace to the kingdom, the one that will assist at your level. You will assist the community get to a particular height before you are considered for that honor. And whoever that we give that honor will make sure that person does not desecrate it. Because if you try that, the same people that give it to you will also take it back from you.
It can be taken back?
Yes,
Oh,
you can retrieve it. And that's the worst occasion when you are given a title and because of your character, probably it was given in error, they will return it back. But we have not recorded any such occasion up to now. So the chieftaincy title is a thing revered. It is an ancestral program. You don't handle it anyhow. You don't give it to everybody. And once you get to the extent of giving you a chieftaincy title in my kingdom, that means you must have been qualified to be called a good person in the country. We don't joke with it.
Thank you, His Royal Majesty.
Amazing.
Very interesting. I'll have a follow-up to that question, but that'll be later in our conversation. Let me invite Imam Khalid to come and enrich this discourse. From when we're young, growing up, when you talk about His Royal Majesty, everybody is shaking, you know, because you know the role they play in our community, in fact in the country. When they are having meetings, you know, they come from east, west, north and south to involve their expertise and ancient knowledge into matters of wherever they are needed, and they delve in nicely with that royalty, you know, in all that they do. How would you say we're nourishing their rich experience in terms of building Nigeria and our cultural development at this time?
Well, I think I will start by acknowledging what our traditional rulers are doing in Nigeria. For instance, if we don't have them, will we enjoy the peace that we are having now? Because they play a vital role in calming and nurturing the tension of the people whenever there is tension. And they play a vital role in conflict resolution. And as you can see from the explanation of my friend, he's the chairman of Peace and Conflict Resolution Committee, or Security and Conflict Resolution Committee in his domain. And go to any ruler, you find such a thing. I also have to acknowledge the fact that in some areas there is a very serious obsession of title in Nigeria. You know, it's all about recognition, it's all about influence, it's all about performance, it's all about integrity, and to some extent profession. But when we look at only the recognition aspect of a title, is not going to be healthy. And that is what we are having in some areas in Nigeria, where title is meant for only recognition and influence and connection. So when you remove that profession, that performance, that integrity, then the title is become abused. So I think we have to look at it from many dimensions so that we adjust.
But just before you take over, we have to draw a line between the chieftaincy titles and the traditional rulers. The ancient stools on which they sit is one. They are the ones who now give titles. But I was talking about the rulers. Oftentimes they come together to talk about country and discuss and bring unity.
Rulers are hereditary. They come to the place because their forefathers had been there. In some times, you find unfit somebody unqualified to be a ruler, but he is now a ruler because his father was a ruler.
Wow.
And that will be a problem to the kingdom. And that's where you have clashes. At times, you find it has been politicalized when the governor will decide who to be there.
The ruler.
And that is why you have two kings in Kanu presently, because there is an element of politics in it. And at times it has been commercialized. That is when the younger brother will now be the one to be, instead of the senior brother who is more qualified to be the ruler, because he has connection and money. He can influence many things. He is connected to the people on the top. So that is the problem.
Tussle.
It is a tussle.
Okay, fine. Indeed, society is evolving, because way back then it used to be the gods are selected and everybody shakes. But these days a whole lot comes to play. Your Royal Majesty, with the pomp and pageantry that comes with being given, let's say I'm giving Ochanya one Kidoma now. I'm just saying that. Ochanya one Kidoma. Let's say that comes to me now. It's not just going to come. I'm going to organize an event. It comes with a lot of pomp and pageantry, where I spend a lot of money. With that kind of method, do you think a poor woman, a poor man can be called to be given a chieftaincy title? Do you think they can afford it, even if it's free? The aftermath of announcing that today I am Ochanya one Kidoma, it's a whole event. Is that why only the rich are getting it?
When I started, I told you that it depends on the kingdom. And this is why a lot of kingdoms, just like Imam said, are having problems today. And still, there are some kingdoms that are enjoying the traditional, ancient belief of what they do. The best approach to this is not getting maybe somebody we've not known, because you have money. We give you a title that you want. Actually, most of these titles are given to indigenes of that community, that kingdom.
But every now and again, we see them bringing some people from outside.
Yes, I know.
Which is not bad.
It's not bad.
At all.
That is the thing I'm saying. Most of the time, if we have, like in my kingdom, we have one person from United States.
Oh.
And she came in, yes. She came into the country, got us a lot of amenities in our community, and brought a lot of names to us. And we brought her, adopted her, and gave her the queen mother of the kingdom.
That's beautiful.
And tomorrow, of course, she will be coming back. She comes to Nigeria almost every year, visiting the kingdom. It is not because she has brought a lot of money, but because of the passion. I want you to understand the difference between wealth and passion. Any person given a title should be passionate about it before you have it. And it is not for that name, like you said, giving you the title, you now use it and go anywhere. It is because there are a lot of things you are supposed to do for that kingdom. Like in my kingdom, we are having one title holder, 5 indigent students that you must train. So money comes to play on it
like
too.
That. I like that.
We want you to get as a rich man, and we are giving you a title. I want you to create another person like you in my kingdom. Not your biological child, but somebody who has the opportunity, who has no opportunity to get to that extent. And it is working. For the past 6-7 years that I'm on the throne, we've made a lot of, changes in that area. And that is what we are praying for. That's what we really need. And if you are going to grab the title, which I will give to you, and I am still entitled to collect it back from you if you don't stand the things we need from you. So he will give it. It is just to make sure you develop a community. It is now, there are some titles that are reserved, whether you have money or not. Like the Onowu of 18. You don't give Onowu to anybody. That's a traditional prime minister. You don't give it to anybody because maybe he's a billionaire, you want to give it to him. No, it's a traditional issue. Like Imam said, to be very sincere, in my own kingdom, the gods still choose who is. It is not literally important that the first son or the last son must be. Out of the children, the gods will come up and say, this is the person that we have chosen to be. And take it to up and down, that person must be. So it is something that we are still practicing till tomorrow. And I'm not ashamed of it. Holding a horn on my hand is a pride.
I said, what does this symbolize?
It's a pride. I put it on, I go to US with it, I go to London with it, and they look at it and say, yes, this is my heritage. This is something I can't joke with. So we are praying.
What does it symbolize?
Yeah, this symbolizes that authority. The authority. You don't cause people.
About the leopard.
You don't cause people with it. And the label, because of the title, the lion is presented. And that is the reason why, for whatever I am putting on in my kingdom, the lion must be represented. If you check the pictures I put on this thing, you find out that it is a significant, very, very important.
The African cosmology look at the lion as a symbol of authority.
That's right.
Of bravery. Indeed. And of,
it's the king of the jungle.
The king of the jungle.
That's right.
I agree, but before we come back to Imam, we hear of red cap chiefs in the East. I just want to know this knowledge. Who are they? At what point do you become a red cap chief in the East? And what role did they play? Because I hear red cap chief. It's only in our movies. Tell us about them.
You're not far from what we'll be discussing from the Abin issue. Red cap chiefs are those men given titles in your kingdom, in your community. If you are not given a title, like you saw Buefi or whatever, you cannot put on the red cap. It is a taboo for a common person who has not been blessed, like you saw them putting the red cap on your a qualified first-class traditional ruler must bestow you that red cap before you start wearing it. Of course, so many people are bastardizing it at this period, but the real thing is that if you put it on without being ordained, you are giving cost to yourself. Yes.
But of course, you're not speaking of the movies where they are trying to interpret.
No, the movie is different.
Yes, of course.
You will see a movie man acting as Inspector General of Police. That doesn't mean that it's an Inspector General of Police. So exactly, suspension of disbelief. So whatever we're doing, you push it to them, they take it up and do it that way. But in the real sense, in the real life scenario, any person that puts on ordinarily the red cap on his head without being an ordained chief in that area is attracting causes. And I'm telling you, it is working. It is.
That's good knowledge. Okay. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Okay. Thank you so much, His Royal Majesty. You know that as we're having this conversation with you, we are further enriched, but we also will not move away from the fact that there's a lot of responsibility that you carry, and we say well done for how far so far. And Imam, thank you thus far. We are going to touch base with NTA knowledge in continuance of this conversation. the dynamism of titles. And good a thing told us about somebody from the United States coming to get a title in your ancient and revered kingdom. NTA Knowledge perhaps had some notice of such experiences, and thus they are bringing this narrative for us to learn from that will further enrich our discourse. NTA Knowledge. We look forward to hearing what you have for us.
Society today has come to an era of the glorification of personalities where titles are affixed to their names.
People are beginning to embrace culture. In the past, when religion came in, title, especially the local titles, were seen as fetish thing, idolatry and stuff. But when people understand that it's the way of life of people, the way people are thanked, praised, you understand, the way you get close to your culture, then many people start getting to go to it.
These titles like Doctor, Chief, Lolo confer respect and symbolize individual accomplishments that are deeply embedded in cultural norms.
Titles are more than just prefixes, They symbolize honor, respect, and recognitions. And in Nigeria, as a very beautiful country and with socio-cultural, ethnic groups, we have titles like Oba, which signifies the Yoruba. We have Emir, which signifies the northern people, and then we have Olu, which signifies the Igbo people. So, so far so good. It has evolved, more than just, chieftaincies or traditional monarchy. Entertainers like someone like Two-Face Idibia was recently honored with a traditional title in Kaduna, as ambassador for peace. And we have other people like Rema, like Wizkid, and so many of them. So I would say that in recent times, it has evolved, and these are conferred on them based on their significant achievements.
There are two titles. There's local title, then there's an honorary chieftaincy title. These ones, the honorary chieftaincy title is given to people that have done something. For instance, if you've helped a community, if you've helped the youth, if you've done something in the community, in normal setting, in English setting, they call it award of honor, but in African setting, anybody that does things for his people is given an honorary chieftaincy award. But there are local titles that you give people that you take.
Most of these titles now have been, has been misused. Someone like academic settings, for example, people confer titles like doctor. They just go there because they just want the title, not the main. Yes, they just go for the title. They don't go. It loses, its flavor.
Nigeria's primary cultural exports are its vibrant music industry, particularly the Afrobeats genre, its massive film industry, Nollywood, which has gained significant global recognition through streaming platforms and digital content.
It has a wider audience. You get both in Nigeria and in diaspora all over the world. So, we are at a global age where, most people are glued to their screens, either phones or TV. So it makes it more easier for people to see what's going on out there. So I think social media has played a major role, bringing out these prestigious people.
In this land, when you look for what is in the water, you have to go deep with your legs. I warn you, remove your hand from bad things. If not, the gods of the land will take your head. I've spoken.
Global interest in Nigeria's creativity, including its rich cultural practices and fashion, showcase a global realization of the nation's creative golden age. The inheritance of a distinguished and noble name is a proud inheritance to him who lives worthily of it.
I am smiling and I'll tell you why. His Royal Majesty here said he's going to tell the Ochidoma to make me the Ochanya one of Idoma Kingdom. Am I not supposed to smile? So here we go. Okay, so seeing Two-Face in that regalia, that amazing royal regalia from the north, just reminded me of how my former EDP, Chief Peter Ego, was called
Twice now. Dan
Chika Kebi. I remember NTA went there in their colors to celebrate that title. And that's how it should be. One Nigeria, we call the sons and daughters from anywhere to become anything in any society at all. We're going to break royally. And I'm calling for the break. Ochenya 1 Kidoma. We'll be right here. Don't go away.
This is Weekend Deal, and we're here just because you show up every weekend so we can further be enriched by the various topics and discourses that we have on the show. Today is one of such, talking about the dynamism and the dynamics of titles, be it traditional titles, PhDs, you know, there's a long list. And we know that you have to be somebody, somehow. His Royal Majesty says not all about money, but we do know that some finance plays key role in being honored at different levels. And we are so excited by your messages. They are coming in their droves. Tell us about the experiences, personal and collective, you're having in different parts of Nigeria and wherever you are. His Royal Majesty. I'm sitting amidst royalty. Ochayan one is here. Newly installed.
By herself. Self-installed.
I'm still humble me. Humble, but I'm pleased to be sitting amidst, you know, it does help. Okay, and I like the aura. His Royal Majesty. Let's talk about the power that is encompassed in this rulership, in this royalty. We know in times past, when His Royal Majesty will call for meetings in the village, everybody will be running from wherever they are. And his word was authentic, it was first, it was final. Is that still the case now in our communities and in our state and in our kingdoms, where if someone does something wrong, does His Majesty have the authority to make that person face consequences, either there in the community or influence what the outcome of that will be in a way that it will be lasting and to send a signal to everyone who is watching?
Thank you very much. This is a very wonderful question and a very difficult one too. You know, we have the ancient traditional system where the traditional rulers, as at that time, were everything in their kingdom. And of course, most of their laws would not interfere with the national laws. Like in my kingdom, there was a time if you do something wrong, like armed robbery or this, they will excommunicate you, they banish you for life. You don't enter Mwakane again. But such a thing cannot be done now because there is a law against it in the country. However, the respect of a traditional ruler is inside him. The way you bring yourself to the community, to your kingdom, is the way they will look at you. I'm not saying that all the traditional rulers are saints. We know we have some of them that are not exactly what they are supposed to be. And in reaction, those people may not earn the kind of respect they're supposed to have in their kingdom. And we have other ones that when they're in their kingdom, like I talk about passionate, being passionate. If you don't have the passion to be in that kingdom, your rule will not end the kingdom anything good. Because you have to be empathic. You have to take the problems of your people, wear it like a cloth. Somebody like me stays in my kingdom. I stay in my kingdom 24 hours. I want to know what is happening to them, and I will come up. If it's the one I will not handle, that is the reason why we have the chairman of the traditional council. Like in my own area, His Royal Majesty is a Dr. Isiokeke, a very passionate traditional ruler too, who has been keeping us together. He's the chairman of Southeast Council of Traditional Rulers. You get to him, Put heads together, they bring some traditional rulers, you can sort out the matter. But you don't expect. I tell people most of the time when you watch the African magic and see kings coming out, the traditional rulers coming out, and everybody lying down, you take that system and go to your village, you will fail. Yeah. It depends on what are you bringing out that people will respect you for it. The Imam said something very pathetic too. You may choose somebody wrongly because of his connection. All those things come to play. When, look at it, give me a kingdom and the name of the traditional ruler, and I will tell you how that kingdom should be. If you bring a wrong person, automatically the kingdom would not be at rest. We are talking about the southeast and the Igbo land, the insecurity, but there are some areas that are still enjoying their security like in the old. So just like I'm telling you, so I am saying that the aura is still there. The respect is still inbuilt in the traditional ruler. If you bring it out to throw it away, it is your business. If you want to keep it with you, it is also your business. But it is, in quote, that a traditional ruler is a respected person. He is the number one citizen in his area. Depending on where you put your number one. Some people put their number one in the last. And nobody will talk about it for you. So I believe and strongly believe that the traditional institution is something that must be revered, must be respected, and must be followed from the ancient way. And then the conflict of the old practice and the present traditional belief with the government, you must amend it. You don't ostracize any longer. You don't banish any longer. Those are the things that my grandfathers enjoyed. But I cannot, because I'm a king now. I will say you have gone. That is why the police have come to play. Because in those days of my great-grandfathers, the police in the country was very small. So they were everything. They caught the lawyers, the just, and everything. So they take laws and decide what
they make and break.
Exactly. But now when you get to that level, you take it. Hand over to the responsible and able police officers
so
that
you
are
have
around
other
you.
partners in progress.
Yes, that can now take it to court and decisively deal with it.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll come to Imam now. Imam, you know, I'm going to be talking about the Northern Chieftaincy institution. I am surprised. I think I've made this comment here on the show several times. I don't see women getting titles in the North as much as I don't see women being called to take titles. But I do know there was a Queen Amina who ruled in the ancient Zaria kingdom. What happened? Are we getting as many women? We're not getting women getting titles. Why are we not seeing so many women when there was a Queen Amina who today we still respect and honor for who she was as a queen?
Well, I think two things have played a role in shaping the idea or the phenomena of having a woman in the palace.
Okay.
But there are titles mainly for women in those days, before the advent of Islam and other things to influence the system. For instance, we have Jakadia. Jakadia is a very strong title. She indicates for the king where to go at night.
Imagine.
Must the king go somewhere at night?
No, want to go somewhere.
He has wives.
Oh, domestic
domestic movement of the king.
She helps him navigate.
She is the one to tell the king that you are supposed to be in.
So no one should quarrel with her, because if you quarrel with her, the king will not come to your place.
No wife will quarrel with Jakadia.
No wife will
She's the ambassador between the king and the wives.
That's in existence till now?
No.
Well, I don't think it's in existence now. And You have Gimbia. You have Gimbia, a daughter to the king, or a very close relative to the king, that is so powerful that will look into the affairs of the palace. So there are many titles that were in existence for the women before, but now due to Islam and other modernities that are happening, you don't have women. You know, in Islam, the interaction of men and women is so coordinated and limited. You can't just bring women into the gathering anyhow. There must be rules and regulations that are guiding the movement of those women, or a woman that is going to interact with men. So there's guidelines and there's regulations played a vital role in shaping the activities of the traditional rule.
You've made it so easy for me to understand. So that means that during the time of Queen Amina, Islam was not a religion at that time.
Yes.
So she was able to lead a kingdom and win wars for her father.
Yeah, of course.
And indeed, the entire caliphate.
We talk about that today. Interesting.
But we do know that women bring something extraordinary to every gathering. And I hope that, just like my sister here is hoping for Chaya One, that more traditional rulers, bring women into the governing system in their communities, because we're coming with pure magic. Just like we're going to feel the pulse now as we go to Kano. I know that we're patient to want to delve into politics at some time. Her title of Ochaya One will play a formidable role, perhaps in intimidating others who will dare to aspire for that political position. But can you tell us more about titles and politics? Let's learn.
It has now become a common phenomenon within the Nigerian political cycle. Politicians, men and women occupying various political positions now turn to seeking fortified legitimacy and more grassroots acceptance through traditional titles. Such royal endorsements often make politicians feel highly elevated and believe this will further deepen acceptance among their grassroots followers.
In this modern time when the phenomenon is changing, traditional title holding, title is almost become widely circulated among those holding the position of authority, politically speaking. And they believe that it is the same legitimacy that is giving them credence in a way the society can accept them. So by seeking traditional title, I think on the part of the politicians, they are equally seeking legitimacy.
However, does this really add any strength to the political acceptance of their local loyalists?
That is the way they see it. When they say a traditional title holder is a father of the society, if he speaks to the public get easily succumb to his will and his deeds. So in terms of election, traditional title, even though they cannot get involved directly in an election matters, for them to tell voters that this is your point of interest, this is what you will do, this is the person you should rightly vote for. But they can easily use a manipulative language for them to make their people to understand that this is what they want from the public, and easily they get away with it.
The essence of any democratic leadership anywhere is to facilitate easy access to basic life-sustaining amenities and provide a favorable environment for the citizenry to achieve their goal in life. Does royal recognition further inspire Nigerian politicians to deliver more services to the local communities?
It's not a question of delivery. Are we feeling the dividend of democracy at this point in time? We are not. All they become conversant about is for them to get what they want before the end of their tenure, respectively. So in terms of that, I think there is no additional value one can boast and think that they are getting it from the public. It's just a matter of flair. Once you satisfy your flair, then there is nothing about it again.
However, Experts believe royal endorsements of political office holders in Nigeria goes far beyond just seeking for grassroots acceptance from the politicians.
See, the prevailing trend in the country is that they align themselves with the politicians in return of what they will get from the politician. If a sitting governor, for example, is in power, and a sitting emir in his area is also wielding authority as a power wielder, in time of death, the issue of succession is taken a dimension that everybody who belongs to the dynasty is becoming interested. So, if I'm supporting a governor and I belong to the dynasty, I can easily get what I want because the governor is the final signatory to any succession button. So that is all they need, that is all they look at, and that is what is happening.
Politics and chieftaincy titles. Where do we draw the line? How do we keep our traditional titles as sacred? Well, that conversation will still keep going on. Somebody has been giving us music in the studio from the beginning of the show. We have heard him sing. He's MC Osh. Let's see his profile.
Oh, pirate, yes, they were by. Sold out to the merchant ship. Minutes after they took I down the bottomless pit. But my head was made strong by the hands of the Almighty as we step forward in this generation, triumphantly. Won't you help to sing this songs of freedom is all I ever had. Redemption song, redemption song. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear from atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop any time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help me sing the songs of freedom? It's all I ever had. Redemption song, redemption song, redemption song. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. Oh, how long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say that it's just a part of it. Oh, we've got to fulfill the book. Oh, won't you help to sing the songs of freedom? This all I ever had. Redemption, redemption, the songs of freedom. Redemption.
Oh, many thanks, MC Alsh. There's a way the Ochanya one calls your name. I'm yet to master it. Hey, MC Alsh. In a country of over 200 million great patriots. Wow, MC Alsh. Thank you for adding vigor, vibrance, and enthusiasm to our day on Weekend Deal today. Well done. Thank you very much. Well, I'm sitting amidst royalty. I'm almost feeling royal. Wow. Okay, now let me not take away the red and black gele and embroidery from Achaya One. Let me stay humble, patriotic Nigerian today. Well, your messages have been coming in. So with special permission from His Royal Majesty and from Ustaz and Ochanya in the making, let me go to your very welcome messages. Someone said, His Royal Majesty, Eze, I salute you. Your outfit reminds me of that movie, Coming to America. Wow! He said, I love what the leopard design on your outfit. It was almost like what the king of Zamunda embroidered himself with in that movie. Beautiful. And who knows where they copied it from? Oh, yeah. We know who we are.
That's who we are. Yeah. Pacesetters.
Yes, that's nice. That's nice. Alade Samuel, he said, well done, Weekend Deal. Thank you, Alade. They're coming in. Thank you very much for watching our show and sending us your real life experiences. Dr. Audu John Edoka says, good one there. Yes, Nigerians are embracing their culture. They love their culture. We love our culture. And so, but in the past few years, there's been, the line is not quite clear, politics, traditional institutions, there's a mixing that made some things unclear. I don't know if someone would say they're interferences or intentional participation. But in all of that, Nigerians, we know who we are and we celebrate our royal institutions. Thank you very much, Dr. John Audu Edoka. Mrs. Adu Shegun Samson. She says she's the CEO of all banks. I don't know. Which of the bank institutions are you heading? I want you to meet Ochanya One, another, women who are making it happen. Okay, it says, hello to everyone. It's great to be watching you today. So thank you for this program. It's a true gift. Weekend Deal indeed is a gift. We must thank it's our guest. It's our guest.
They make our show every weekend.
They make it work. When they bring some level of expertise to the discourse, they enrich our knowledge. It said, thank you so much, NTA. I said, I'm watching you this weekend. He said, I'm heavy. She said, I'm expectant, I'm heavy, and I didn't bother to check if it's a son or a daughter, but I'm very happy to be watching this show as I wait to put to birth someone who I know will be a great Nigerian.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Amen.
Yes, no doubt. The way you have so enriched Nigeria and encapsulated our show. Let me take one more from Mwazo from Kaduna State. He lives in Barnawa. Yeah, that's a very familiar area. I used to visit there quite often. Okay, he's going to allude to what His Royal Majesty said earlier. Perhaps he did not hear. Maybe you will take it again. His Royal Majesty said, what are the consequences of wearing a red cap by a person who is not a title holder. Instead, are there punitive measures for defaulters?
Okay.
Yeah, definitely, like I said before, probably like you rightly pointed out, maybe he wasn't listening.
Yes.
Royal red cap is given to titled men. If you put it on without being a titled person, without being enshrined into it, there are a lot of traditional consequences that comes out of it. A lot of it. You put it on, you are not entitled to that, and you do it. You will expect the repercussion. And the repercussion is traditional. We don't take you to police or take you to army or call this. The ancestors, the king, if you come to my area and you are putting on red cap, when I know you are not a red cap entitled person, I will give you my offer and it will go with you. So we don't joke with this. We don't. No matter how the civilization has entered into Nigeria, in my area, you don't put on red cap apart if you are not a titled red cap chief. Wow. You can wear black, you can wear blue, you can wear, but that red is a very, very revered system.
That's
Thank
interesting.
you,
I mean,
His
listening to
Royal
you, I just
Majesty.
see the real life Pet Odoche sitting next to me. That's what I just
Thank you, His Royal Majesty.
real life Pet Odoche. It's beautiful. We are learning. We are learning. A lot of people think it's fashion. A lot of people think that, okay, so I'm wearing white, I think red will go with it, and they wear it, not knowing that there are consequences. So, I mean, we are blessed to know. So we'll talk a little bit about, I mean, the society is evolving. You know, what we once held sacred, what we once thought you can only get if you are on a particular stand in the society. Today, politics is playing a role. Imam, I don't know, is this possible for us to separate politics from these titles? Can we actually separate political? Because a lot of people herald their political moves by getting a title. Once a man gets a title, the next thing you hear that he's interested in House of, or he wants to become...
Man or woman for that
matter. A man
matter.
or woman for that matter. I have somebody, a woman. So why do we separate it? Why do we begin our political careers by getting titles? Is there a way we can separate it in Nigeria? Is it possible?
Well, there are two ways to separate them.
Okay.
First of all, if we look at politics from a narrow perspective, but if we look at it from a wider perspective, politics is all about leadership. Even the rulers are politicians. But if we narrow it to a democratic way of policy, then we are now going to look at the second way to separate them. The second way is the constitutional way. We have these rulers even before the advent of democracy in Nigeria. Now, when we come to democratical setup, we don't have the rulers in the constitution. There is no defined role they play in the constitution.
Okay.
Although there are laws that are giving the governor the power to approve their appointments. But and also they are under the payroll of the government, and the government is overseeing what they are doing. But what are their role, their specific roles in the Constitution? That is where you need a constitutional amendment before you have things, or you draw a line between they participating in mainstream politics or not participating. For instance, now what we are seeing is during the election, the politicians often use them to manipulate the election. But after that, they draw them aside.
Sure.
So they have to have a role, a specific role in the Constitution of Nigeria, so that you draw a line between them being used or being manipulated, or they manipulating any system. Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ustaz. We want to go to Benue State. Ochaya One is watching right here. We're going to her state.
The past, titles were not just decorations. They were earned, a recognition of one's contribution to community, courage in leadership, or service to the people. To be called a chief, an elder, or a leader was to be entrusted with responsibility. For generations, honor was not found in flashy cars or designer clothes, but in a good name, a reputation built on service, integrity, and wisdom.
I feel delighted because my people have well accepted my lifestyle, my being.
Nowadays, the traditional institutions want to be more involved in modern governance.
Nigerian constitution has no space for traditional rulers, and that is why Nigerian traditional rulers are pushing for a role so that they can be part of the constitution and then have a representative at the National Assembly.
For many young Nigerians, status is now displayed through wealth, followers, or influence online, a shadow of their true meaning. The role of traditional rulers remain vital. They are custodians of culture, mediators in conflict, and moral compasses in uncertain times.
This digital age, they have refused to listen to their traditional rulers. That is why they have break down on law and order. If they listen to us, because we are the fountain of knowledge, if they listen to us, there will be no kidnapping, there will be no killings on the streets of Nigeria.
They inspire a new generation to seek value beyond material symbols. That was His Royal Majesty, the Ochidoma, Agabaidu Dr. John Odogboelaigu, receiving some youth who paid him a courtesy call at his palace in Otukpo, Benue State. In a nation rich with history, culture, and promise, true honor must never go out of style. So, can titles regain their power? Can they once again reflect service, sacrifice, and honor? The answer lies in how we as a society choose to preserve value in this changing Nigeria. They can bridge the gap between generations, guiding young Nigerians to embrace honor not as a relic of the past, but as a living compass for the future.
Agabaidu, one of... I salute you, sir. Sule is here. Yes, I saw my king. I have to.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
How proud you are of your traditional background. By the way, you guys are looking awesome.
Thank you, Sule.
It's a pleasure to be here with you this
morning. Always
morning.
nice having you here.
All right, let's...
we thought you would also come acculturated. You too are titled person. Perhaps next time.
No problem.
Next time.
We should look into that.
Okay.
All right, the name is Suleiman Babajia Usman, and we'll go straight to the papers, and we're starting with Sunday Vanguard with stories just above the masthead. You are my junior. Omahi Makinde clash over Lagos Calabar Coastal Road. Details of that are on page 2. Now, Super Eagles escape death after aircraft makes emergency landing in Luanda. Thank God everything was resolved amicably. Details of that on page 5. Now to the leading story. 2027 CSOs have put Amupitan on hot seat, adamant on electoral reform. As new INEC chair faces Senate hurdle, Peter Obi goes on pilgrimage, prays for a new Nigeria. Details of that are on page 2. New defections deplete the opposition. We won't surrender to APC, says PDP. Details of that are on page 5. Now, another rider there, Governor Umba, hasn't told us he is leaving PDP. Fubara, loyal to us, Governor Bala Mohammed. Bandit meat sold in the south. Bandit meat sold in the south. It's actually a question. Then it has some writers here. Inside story of how Kingpin's thousands of followers are relocated from northwest to Kwara, close to the market, for the disposal of the proceeds of their criminal activities. Russell Castle, which is southern Nigeria. Details of that on page 7. Some people don't know if you are in Lagos, you are eating stolen meat. Some people don't know if you are in Lagos, you are eating stolen meat. Top security source, they won't have their way. The siege will be over. We killed over 200 in the last few weeks. Well, if you are a kidnapper there, just know that your days are numbered, as the security agencies are after you. Hype on insecurity shouldn't stop you from investing in your country. Pastor Ojo, details of that on page 2. Now we move on to the next paper I have with me, and that is Sunday Telegraph. Pengason's strike slashed oil production in September as yearly growth rises 1.6%. Details of that on page 7, and that is coming from Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission. Nigeria's debt hits 152.4 trillion naira, rises by 3 trillion in 3 months. Experts warn of mounting fiscal pressure. Details of that on page 4. Conspiracy of silence in Army government liable for insecurity. General Williams retired there. Now to the leading story. Nwodo PDP may end up with parallel conventions, says opponents within working against unity. We have so many undertakers. Governor Mohammed, the party can't stop Mba from leaving. Details of all this can be found on pages 2, 14, and 19. Now to Sunday Sun. We're going straight to the leading story. ADC membership confusion over coalition leaders' status. Details of all this can be found on pages 18 and 19. Now there's an endorsement for jollof rice, Nigeria's jollof rice. And this is coming from Jenny, a German lifestyle coach. She says nothing beats Nigeria's original jollof rice. Details of that on page 3.
Nice, nice.
One of our soft powers, I must say.
Nice one.
All right, to Leadership Sunday, we go straight to the leading story. Boko Haram war, 2,700 soldiers killed in 12 years. General Irabo names generals denied U.S. visas for alleged complicity in civilian killings. Now, a trending story, and it's to do with, cooking gas. Okay, you see queues of people queuing for gas at Mobile filling station over Lagos yesterday. I don't know. Yesterday I was driving back home and I couldn't help but notice the long queue. People queuing to buy their
for gas.
Yes,
gas for cooking.
It's a new thing. Yes,
but I bought with ease on. I bought with ease on yesterday morning. I just walked into the station and got mine.
Was there an increase in price?
Yeah,
there was
by 7,000.
But hopefully things will subside.
Yes, that's our hope and our prayer. I'd like to take a few messages, especially the one that someone is asking His Royal Majesty a question. But first up, Bimbola Akadiri from Calvary Primary School, Akure, says, culture in Nigeria takes us to a whole new level and is greater and higher. We should continue to celebrate our culture. Thank you. Someone says, I love Weekend, but who are you? And where are you reaching us from? We'd love to know. Okay, Samuel from Abakaliki says, His Royal Majesty, I greet you and I celebrate you. And I celebrate everyone at the Weekend Deal studio today. It says, traditional institutions in the Southeast should stand up more strongly to fight a growing menace of giving titles to only money bags and other highly important personalities. In fact, it's getting quite worrisome. There's a rumor, I don't know if it's been confirmed, that some drug lords are even being recognized in this cultural manner. It is our culture. It is a very rich one. We should hold it with pride. And anyone getting a title should be tried, tested to ascertain that he or she is worthy.
Trust
There's a
me.
lot more, but that's the long and short of it. Samuel, we thank you for reaching out to us on Weekend. His Royal Majesty.
That's an interesting take there. And right now, let's just quickly join Godwin Enahina for Sports Summit as he chats up a journalist.
What is your title again? Sule has a title, and Imam here told us how to address him. Please quickly remind me.
Bagado is actually for the king.
Okay,
You
so
understand?
you are
Mine is like Bakwengba.
Bakwengba. Oh,
the
amazing.
Iron Dome.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
We're getting to the vibe.
Oh, okay. And that
It
one.
means king will live forever.
Let's allow His Royal Majesty to give us a response to what we're with Mr.
Yes,
Daniel.
we actually talked about the issue of giving chieftaincy titles. That has been, to me, it is a kind of can of worms. It has permeated into so many communities. Looking from what is going on, every community needs money to do one or two things. But I am telling you that the issue of chieftaincy title is an ancestral tradition. It did not start now. If anybody bastardizes it, that person will wait for his own consequences on it. You give chieftaincy title not because of the amount of wealth that person has, but we give it because of the passion, like I always use here, the passion of that person and what he has done for the community. It is a compensation. We don't do it as any other thing apart from compensating the ones you give it to.
All right, thank you so much, Ezekadi.
Ustaz, your final
words as we round off.
I think my final word is for us to respect our traditions more and to respect the leadership of our traditions so that our country will move forward because they play a vital role in bringing people together. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, our elders and our revered Royal Highness and Ustaz for coming to nourish our conversation.
Okay. We have heard it. We'll continue to respect where we come from, and that is our heritage, and that is our legacy. Until we come your way next weekend, goodbye, and MC Osh, of course, will take us away. MC. Hey.
Hey, 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 hey. Woo. This is our land, this is our home, the land that we call home. This is our land, this is our home, the place of smile, the place of love, Nigeria. This is our place, so much love and dignity. This is our land, new and green. It's in my heart, it's in my soul. Hey, say, lele, 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 mama. Lele, 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 mama. Lele, lele, mama. Yelele, yelele, mama. This is our land, this is our home. The white breeze in our hearts. This is our land, this is our home. Nigeria, this is who we are. Hey, yelele, 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 mama. Yelele, yelele. Yelele, yelele, mama. Woo! Sing it. Yelele, yelele, mama. Say, everybody say, Wajobia, say, Wajobia. Say, everybody say, Wajobia, say. Say, Wajobia. Say, everybody say, Wajobia, hey. Yelele, yelele, mama. Hey, haba. Yelele, yelele, mama. Yelele, yelele. We can deal.
Although social media as a channel of communication is inherently harmless, it becomes harmful and damaging when used without discretion and thoughtfulness. Bad social media users spread rumors and fake news without verification. But good social media users stop, reflect, and verify information before sharing it. Be a good social media user. Stop the spread of fake news. Verify the authenticity of your source and use social media responsibly for a better Nigeria. This message is brought to you by the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, in collaboration with the National Orientation Agency.